Yes.
And the question is,
Does it break any rule? Does it break any rule for your best friend to end up with your spouse just because you are dead?
just because you're dead is
Yeah.
hilarious, Irabo.
Yes.
I mean, they
Now,
are dead.
yeah. How does it work? Can best friends end up with the spouse of their late best friend?
Playing the
Can
devil's
they?
advocate now.
No, I'm
I
trying
mean,
to understand.
no, I am about to play the devil's advocate now. I'm saying if your best friend is your best friend, that means they do things in your best interest. Who's in the better position to take care of your family as well as your wife, if not your best friend?
You can take care of the person, but taking care is subjective. So taking care is checking in. How are you guys doing? Even pay a school fees or two, no problem. But being in the bed, I mean, that's taking
Everything
it to
is
another.
part of the property. You're taking care of everything.
No, you don't have to
Everything.
sleep with the person. No, I know. I don't know. It just rubbed me off the wrong way. That means the person most definitely was interested in the person while the friend was alive. Because why would you even think to even why would feelings creep in any shape or form? Why?
Or maybe it was in the process of the consolation and the comforting, and something developed in that process.
Ah. And even it's even now more shading when the person is alive.
And that's
In
why
the,
the person is alive.
in
I
the
don't know,
case.
man. This is me just messing around. Please let me know what you think. Irabo is asking a question. Do you
Ah,
agree? WhatsApp
questions.
line 0809 444 0981. We'll be right back to take your messages and, of course, catch you up to what's been happening in Nollywood, Hollywood, and every other wood. This is Film Focus on Smooth 98.1. 98.1. Wonderful. So if it were to be you, you would hate it.
No, it has happened to me before, several times, even self.
I don't understand. Your best friend took your girlfriend.
Where, like, eh?
Did you say
What
you
did you
said
say?
it has happened to you where your best friend took your girlfriend?
No, no, not my best friend took my girlfriend. No,
So what
not my best friend, but like a friend, like a guy, the
okay.
babe, like
Mm,
literally was, you know, how many?
I can hear you.
I'm coming. I'm here. I'm coming.
Okay. Oh shoot. Let me know when you're back. I'm playing the music because you're off.
No, me, I'm here. I'm okay. Do your thing. I'm here.
See me. I've already started it. All right. When it ends. I thought you were in the middle of something. When Jesus walked, Jesus, when Jesus walked, Jesus, when Jesus walked, he did. He did. He did. He did. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm gonna listen to this before I listen to Antoine. Interesting. That's another angle. Okay. So what if the best friend requests for the friend to marry the wife?
What do you say?
So someone sent another voice note. We talk about it on air. Someone sent a voice note saying that there was a movie that she watched where the best friend who was on the deathbed says, "Please marry my wife." How about that?
And that one, the person gave you permission, Abby. But still on still, why would you even?
Oh, back on. Sisters Act 2 or Happy Day. Well, it's always a happy time here on Film Focus every Friday from 11 till 12 o'clock on Smooth 98.1. Right now, the time is 18 minutes past 11 o'clock. We will definitely tell you what's happening in Nollywood, Hollywood, every other wood. But before then, Irabo has a question that you can answer on WhatsApp or via WhatsApp via the call line as well. So he watched the series, The Resident. Is it series or movie now? I've not really checked. And he said, as a result of that, do you want to quickly summarize again so that we hear it from the horse's mouth, Irabo? Irabo.
We ask the question.
Yeah. What gave
Okay,
birth
so
to the question? For the sake of
yeah,
someone just sharing.
my question is it within friendship guidelines to end up with your late best friend's partner after their demise? Is there a line that has been crossed as a result? Is this something that you should do? Because I'm giving three references. The Resident, a lady died, her best friend ended up with the late friend's husband. In A Million Little Things, a guy committed suicide, not because, well, we don't know, maybe if that's the reason, but he committed suicide. It was after the suicide that we realized that his friend was sleeping with his wife. Now, another one again, This Is Us. Two best friends. Friend ended up with his wife. I mean, does it break friendship guidelines to end up with your best friend's partner when they die or even while they're alive? I mean, I feel if you think that it's a wrong thing to do while they are alive, why should you do it while they are dead?
Okay, so we have to pick a struggle. Are we picking when they're dead or when they're alive?
The two. Well, okay, when they are dead, if you are picking one, I know you soon send me this thing now. We are picking one when they are dead. Yes, when they are dead, because we already know when they are alive is a bad thing. When they are dead, unko.
Okay, so you heard your number 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. Oluwaseun says, what if What if, as in, what if your eyes are on them since far, far back, and you chose to maintain your steez because you respect friendship? And when they are no more, you shoot your shots. When they're alive, it's a no. But when dead, maybe. That's what Oluwaseun has to say. Oh, okay.
Let's not go and
Josiah.
do that. Let's not go and do that. Thunder will fire the person while they're happy. I mean, do you understand? Because I just feel it. I don't know. It just rubs me up the wrong way. When I saw it, I was happy for the relationship. Please don't even get me wrong. But I was just like, this thing get as a bit shallow. I mean, and the guy had other options. And in fact, there was one other option that I felt he could have gone with. I mean, the resident. I mean, they were all beautiful women, but God really blessed that guy. Oh. He lost his wife, and God gave him three women, like three hot, accomplished, everything women to just be with. The guy himself was even enjoying life. But eventually, I went with the best friend. Can you imagine? He went with the best friend. Why? I don't understand that dynamic.
Okay, so let me play a voice note from Angel.
When the best friend died, she was on her deathbed and she texted that her friend murdering her husband because of very sure that when you're the only person who could sympathize really like the kind of person that I would have to look at answers that say that I imagine that the circumstances were
Aaron, what did you hear about us?
I wasn't able to hear it, because I'm on Zoom and all that.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so what she said is there was a movie. She's not trying to answer your question directly, but there was a movie where on the deathbed, the person says, please marry my wife because you are in the best position to take care of my wife, I guess. So I think that's related to what I said before going on the breather. So what if the person now says, I trust you more than anyone else? You have known my ins and outs. You know everything about me and you're in the best position to take care of my wife. So what about that?
And well, that one, I mean, the person gave you the permission. Fine, I can rock with that. At least the person knows. Because I see it as a form of betrayal if the person is dead and the person didn't even have an idea of it. Yeah, so that one, I think it can pass. Yes.
Okay, if you say so then. Oluwaseun says Iraba has watched too much Nollywood to think Thunder still fire people when caught in evil act. In
It
the
still works, though. It still happens, though.
Now, Thunder does not fire people. It's more like the lightning, and if we should look at the statistics over the years, lightning has or white people have been more involved in lightning bolts compared to black people. So if there is any form of, in quotes, thunder firing people, I think it's more of the white people. Just saying.
I mean, it's just a saying we all grew up with, Nashe. Like,
I know. I'm just saying in case people that lightning do strike people actually, or it does strike people, just in case. Not like strike it that way, but you understand what I mean.
I
Okay,
understand.
we move on, and then after this, we'll get started with some of the things happening on the home front. For instance, the woman of the moment, Funke Akindele, saying that if you are caught trying to pirate the movie, know that the jail will be your home for a bit. That and many more after this.
Stay tuned, everyone. Don't something like that.
So you, Sheung, can you end up with your best friend's spouse if the person dies?
We announced the takeoff of two pension jobs. T-minus
Sheung,
20 seconds for a secure future. Begin
Sheung,
filing
can you hear me?
Access pensions
Hey.
passengers. Check. ARM pensions passengers. Check. Access ARM pensions. Go. Introducing. This is ARM Pensions. Bespoke retirement solutions to suit your needs. Access ARM Pensions.
It's a very serious one, but I want to think that we are
This is
carrying
Colin
some of this.
Simon, and you're listening to Smooth 98.1.
Love music, love life. You are listening to Smooth 98.1. And right now, Film Focus is the name of the show. You're welcome to share your thoughts, your opinion, your perspective. If you agree with your boss saying that if a person is dead, their best friend should not marry their wife or their husband, as the case may be, or you disagree and say, hey, there is no big deal with that. The person is gone now, and whatever it is that they have left should be taken care of if you think you're in the better position to take care of that. WhatsApp line is 0809-444-0981. And of course, that was not just any storyline or something that came out of the blue. It was because of some series and movies that he's seen, one of them being The Resident, that is. And I think it was one of your recommendations from last week. So let's have some messages. Looks like we have more pouring in on this topic. Mountain Lion says, the same thing happened in the movie Sunday Affair. Someone gave their husband away on her deathbed. Oh, that's true. I watched that. I'd forgotten. There are no size fits all. There are times it happens and it's a good thing, but there are times it is very bad. Like a widow who got pregnant for her ex-husband's best friend after 3 months that she lost the husband. Interesting. Okay, let me have this voice note and we'll play it. Unfortunately, Rabo will not be able to hear it since he's on Zoom, but let's have it. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't get to have your name. If you could just tell me your name, it would be lovely. Irabo, you were not able to hear that, I'm certain, right?
I wasn't able to hear it at all.
Now I don't know how to summarize that, but one of the key things he said is that death really does things part. So if the person is dead, then they can carry on. But if there was some sort of thing brewing before it, then maybe we can frown upon that.
So my point is,
why is it only the woman? What about the man as well? I mean, it's a two-way street. Okay, Joe.
It's a two-way street. I mentioned This Is Us. This Is Us is a man marrying his late best friend's wife. I even gave you another one of the late best friend also was another man again. So it's balanced. You know me, I don't always do one way. It's balanced. There's one, they were doing it while he was alive, then the guy committed suicide. We don't know why he committed suicide. It was a very successful guy. The other one was was late wife, and the other one was late husband. So
okay, we're 30 minutes into the show today, and we're yet to start the updates. Let me take this final message from Oluwashi, who says, Zeus moves faster than Shango and Amadioha. That's why lightning strikes Westerners more than Africa. That was a good one. Agu Basil from Abuja, thank you very much for watching and joining us on YouTube. You can also join us on YouTube, and that is at Smooth 981 FM Lagos, at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. All right, so let's go on to the updates for today and the news. We'll start with the one from Funke Akindele following the premiere and the many press releases and conferences and media parley as touching Everybody Loves Jennifer. So she has warned, before warning, she has pleaded with people to not do any form or be involved in any form of piracy because it is damaging the business. Because her previous movie, A Tribe Called Judah, was pirated almost shortly after its release. And so she says, if you go to see my new movie and you bring out your phone or any device you have to film, then that won't be fine. I know you've got mad love for me as my fan. I know you respect me. I know you support me and you want to promote Everybody Loves Jennifer. But you're filming it. It is not you supporting me. No, you uploading it to your social media account is not support. Your social media account is, don't bring out your phones if you want to support me. Get to the cinemas, take pictures by the stands, post my trailers, the teasers of the movie, and I'll be fine. Because the act of you filming it on the screen is piracy. Yes, in capital letters. Now, I'm not going to stop there. I am going to continue with something that seasoned Nollywood filmmaker Niyi Akomolayo said on the 5th of December via his Twitter handle. Controversial, I dare say, but this he said, and I quote, I have a theory about piracy. I don't believe people pirate movies because they don't want to pay. They pirate movies because they don't want to wait. If everyone can get access to a film the weekend it drops, you will end piracy. Remember, people pay for data to watch those movies. In the days of DVDs, people bought DVDs of cinema screening recordings because they didn't want to wait for the real DVDs. They bought them in traffic because they didn't want to miss the discussions around the film. It's the same thing revealing itself as Telegram channels. While cinema is an irreplaceable experience in a country like ours, you should be able to release in cinema and on a platform the same day. It will render pirates useless because the power is now in your hands. Only tech can solve this problem. Any guru willing to work on it has my support. And finally, he said, you can also design a platform that allows people to pay maybe a few minutes into the film. A lot of our productions and stories need work. It's not fair to pay money and be constantly disappointed. What if you only need to pay after the first 10 minutes? This allows us to work harder. Like I said, all this is based on my theory on piracy. Irabo, over to you.
So the movie is so plain. Piracy is what helped, promote it. The one with Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, and a host of others. So it's a very funny thing to realize that such a bad thing can be a good thing at the end of the day. And the stakeholders and the actors from that film mentioned that, piracy is what helped, promote the film at the end of the day. So now, in Nollywood's case, it's a bad thing. It's not helping the economy. It's not helping the industry. It's not helping us in total because it's going to really just affect the output and the eventual box office numbers, So Funke is right to do all the measures that she has put in place, for everything, concerning her film. But the thing is, it's just like with corruption. It's not going to go away unless certain measures are put in place and certain stakeholders are really, going to follow through on, the measures that they put in place. Regardless of the fact, I feel that, the film is still going to break box office numbers. She has done enough for her to be comfortable in whatever she receives right now. She has put in the work. Everybody's seeing it. It is glaring. So I just hope that it doesn't discourage her, because somebody who is a creative, who has put in their blood, sweat, and tears, they may have a certain number that they're supposed to hit. And we would be comfortable with a certain number, even if it doesn't hit that one that they have in their mind, So I just hope she's not discouraged as a result. But I still see her pushing at the end of the day. One thing I've noticed is that Tony Abraham has just given up on trying to compete with the promo. That's Funke is doing right now, because last year they were going back to back to back. Like Funke just blew it out of the water. It's like, nah, this is me. And Tonya said, yes, ma, it's you. She's just doing a normal promo, like they'll just post on Instagram, but they're not doing anything spectacular. It's like, we cannot match up. So Funke, kudos to you. I mean, they can't even pirate what she's doing. Nobody can pirate her promo strategy. It's not possible. So at least there's one thing that they can't pirate, at the end of the day. So good luck to her.
Okay, now you said something when you were discussing the matter, that is, some certain measures need to put in place. What are those measures you think can be put in place to stop, or not stop, at least reduce drastically this piracy?
So, I mean, number one is legislation coming from the top, and also legislation amongst the respective, associations in Nollywood. Making sure that they don't do certain things that would really be to the detriment of the industry. So, for example, let me be literal. So, for example, now, if you say that that there are 1,600 cinemas in Lagos or in Nigeria, you most definitely would have an account of that. So proper record keeping and statistics will be a good start, where people know the websites to go to, people know where they can go and get resources from. Everybody's aware of these measures and these things. So now people know that if you're going to distribute a film, it's going to pass through XYZ channels, it's going to go through XYZ places. So we need to make sure that we have those resource places online and physically. And there are people that we very well know and can go and meet and discuss and talk to. So that process of somebody who is not even a seasoned veteran in the industry can just, okay, I want to release a film. This is what I want to do. Okay, they are already aware that these are the people that they go and meet, and they know the process, and at least it can be monitored. Now, we now need to explore all the other channels, the clandestine channels, all the channels that people consume content. How should we find a way? Is it that we're going to do like Buhari that time where he banned Twitter? Do we ban certain websites that people can't view? Yes, there are certain measures you have to take. Yes. Do you ban certain websites? Are we going to research those websites and be aware of those websites that people can go and check, for pirated copies? Do we ban them? Now, just as with the banning of Okada.
It looks like your audio has been banned right now because I can hear you again. In case you can hear me, I cannot hear you. Well, I believe you can hear me online and wherever it is that you're joining us from. You're listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1, where we love music, we love life, we love movies. And every Friday from 11 till 12 o'clock, we discuss all kinds of things related to movies, giving you the update, what will be out or what is already out. For instance, on some streaming platforms, you have Seven Doors out, I think on the Red platform for today. And then yeah, we usually get to the part where we tell you what Nigerians have been watching. We'll talk about that later on. Now, some of the movies that will be out at the cinemas today, you go watch and tell us what you think. There will be Everybody Loves Jennifer today at the cinemas, as well as Thin Line, that is Mercy Aigbe movies. Now, I think there was advanced screening yesterday or 2 days ago, and some people have already watched that. The reviews are interesting. And I will just leave it at that. So you go watch it, and next week, let's discuss it right here on Film Focus. Irabo, are you back with us now? Irabo?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, your audio was banned. Welcome back. Now you were saying?
It's the enemies that be. They're like, don't tell them what to do. Hey,
it was the thunder that fired your audio, not you.
Off your mic. That's what it was. So we need to now put punishment to the crime of piracy. That's another thing we need to do. So the punishment has to be very strong in order to deter people from doing it. It's just like, in my own opinion now, I feel if you're going to falsely accuse somebody of rape, I think you either should serve the amount of time that the person did and you pay them a fine, a huge fine, or probably even maybe, I don't know, life in prison or something. I don't know. Something very strong that the person would not dare to do it. So piracy, if you're going to pirate in any way, then you have a huge sentence that should be written into law, like should be enforced at the end of the day, should be communicated. They should even do a PR run, a campaign for it to let people be aware of it, that this is something we're taking seriously. Then now, I was talking about solutions to, you have the ABBA and all the Nollywood in the East and everything. Try and understand the industry. Like I was giving the example of banning Okada. Yes, you are thinking you want to ban Okada. Have you put another transportation system in place to remedy it? Or you're going to close the road in VI or Lekki or Apapa? How are the people going to commute? So you always have to think of the solution when you're trying to eliminate a problem at the end of the day. So I think legislation first, putting rules in place in terms of structure, like I mentioned earlier, making sure that people know the respective associations and the people who are heading those associations, so that anybody who's looking to come to cinema or do streaming or do TV or whatever, they know how to go about it. Now, on the red pill, you cannot take pictures of, I don't know, there's a way you can't munch. I don't know how they did it, where it's just like on your bank app. You cannot, yeah, you can't. So I'm sure that there are programs that people can write that even if you have the link and you use any website to kind of download it, one thing, even if you're going to do screen record or whatever, it has to be so difficult. It's like smoking or alcohol or whatever. Like you have to make it so difficult for that person to do it, that even if the person does it successfully, you're like, well, boy, you try, Sha. I mean, after all the measures, you try, but you have to make it very difficult, just like gun control. Very, very difficult. Identity checks and all those things. So yeah, I won't say more than this, so that they can still call me and employ me to give me the work to institute the matter. So let me leave it there.
Oh, 0809-444-0981 is the WhatsApp line that you can send your messages to, as well as your voice note if you're driving or you are unable to use any form of typing device. I don't know what that means, but you understand what I mean. I have on WhatsApp Bobby from Kano, who says Funke Akindele is very, very right to sound that warning. It's about time we start seeing some real crackdown on such practices. Let people get rewarded according to their hard work. And a question for Yorabo. I want to know if he has watched Atlas on the Red Pill featuring Jennifer Lopez. If he has, please, I would like to get his quick overall opinion about it. Thank you. Bobby from Kano.
The only thing I'm watching with regards to Jennifer Lopez is just the drama between she and Ben. I'm not watching any of her content. I just think, she
That's
isn't
premium content, man.
Yeah, that's premium content, Jen and Ben, for sure. But I haven't seen it. Atlas, I haven't seen it. I won't lie. When I just see anything starring Jennifer Lopez, I think what broke the camel's back was that film that she was a stripper. What's the name? I can't remember the name. She was a stripper and she was angry that she didn't get an Oscar nod. I said, no, this baby is delusional. Like, I didn't. I just said she's delusional. She should just go and stay in her corner and keep quiet. It wasn't Oscar worthy in any way, shape, or form. And the fact that she was playing victim, and I just said, nah, J-Lo, please, to hell with that. So I'm not really going to be watching anything J-Lo has. Even if she releases a sex tape self, I don't think I'll watch it.
There was no need for that. So, Bobby, you didn't ask me, you asked Irabo. So, Irabo has given you. And I said that because I've seen it. Anyways, I think it's average. So, in case you want to go ahead, I think it's just one of those.
Average. Is it because of her performance or the film in its entirety?
You said?
Why do you think it's average? Is it because of her performance? Or do you think it's because of the film in its entirety?
The film in its entirety is what brought it up to average.
Okay, exactly. All right. But do you think she's a great actress, or she's just like okay? Just like
that we already know this.
I don't know.
I think she tries. Jennifer Lopez tries. But then at the end of the day, you can only try up to what you know or your interpretation of things. So many things are involved in a person's performance or delivery. So people will do as much as they can. I don't know if that makes sense.
There's sometimes the way you answer questions, I always wonder if you're running for office. Like, sometimes I just say, answer a question. Answer a question with your full chest.
Irabo, I'm a moderator. Thank you very much. All right, moving on. Let's give some of the top 10 movies and series that people are watching before we go over to some of the movies that will be out later on and who is collaborating with who. I think it was in the middle of this year, I think, when we mentioned something about Burna Boy trying to pivot to the movie industry. And now we have news out from one of the horse's mouth, that is Osasi Godaru, saying that she's going to be a producer on the project 3 Cold Dishes, the one she has in the works with Burna Boy. But before then, let's start with the Red Pill and tell you some of the movies that just got recently added to the platform that people are watching. So number 10 is Sisi London in Nigeria, that is. Number 9 is That Christmas. Number 8 is The Children's Train. Number 7 is Men in Black International. Number 6 is the biopic played by Cynthia Erivo of Harriet Tubman. That's number 6, Harriet. Number 5 is Something Historical, Tangalan. That's from Asia. Number 4 is Jigra. Number 3 is Amaran. Number 2 is Mary. That's about Mary, the mother of Jesus. And number 1 is Spy. That was released in 2015. Jason Statham, Melissa McCarthy, but it got recently added to the platform, so people seem to be watching it. That's touching the movies that are streaming, or at least the ones that are in the top 10 on the Red platform. Now, if we go to the series, the TV shows, number 10 is Dan Da Dan. Number 9 is La Palman. Number 8 is The Ultimatum, Marry or Move On. Number 7, When the Phone Rings, that's K-drama. Number 6 is No Good Deeds. Number 5, The Trunk. And number 4, something we need to talk about later on, that's Jamie Foxx, What Had Happened Was. Did you see it, Yoruba?
I haven't seen it. I've been seeing clips of it online, but I hear it's nominated for a Golden Globe. So that means it's a great special to watch.
Yeah, there have been very positive reviews about it. Number 3 is Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. Number 2 is The Madness, while number 1 is Black Doves. Okay, so that's about it for the Red app. We'll get to the Blue app later on. But quickly, are you looking forward to the collaboration of Osasi Godaro and Burna Boy for 3 cold dishes?
Hopefully, when it comes out, we will definitely give them more than 3 cold dishes. It will be like 4 stars or 5 stars.
That was good. Moving on, that will be out in the first quarter of 2025. Now, Kenneth Yang is concluding plans for his Just Film residency, and according to him, it's been something he's been passionate about, thinking about for years. Although it's going to be far away from Lagos, he said that it was on his mind to have it somewhere in the city of his childhood. So for the program, it's going to be something for 2 weeks where you would have participants between the ages of 18 and 35 being taught about filmmaking and the likes. What do you think?
It's always good for a filmmaker who has done, well enough for themselves to look forward to taking some form of that professionalism to their hometown. So it's a good thing. Yes. If everybody in the industry, even if you have maybe 20 people from the same state or whatever, go back to do something as little as possible. I'm a huge advocate and fan of giving back and just making sure you use your platform, to kind of perform what I call the relay strategy, where you've run your race, you get, and you're giving it to somebody to take the baton to keep going as well. So transfer all that knowledge to the next person. It's for posterity. I just don't like when things just stop. Look at Super Eagles. It's just now that we are trying to get a team together. After them, JJ and Kanu, what else did we have? So what Kenneth is doing is good. Kenneth has a very good, solid portfolio. So far, so good. Given all that Nollywood has tried to limit, not Nollywood in particular, but the country itself. So yeah, I look forward to seeing it. And it's a good idea to do in this country. Remember I was mentioning where we don't need to be going outside to be doing all those things. You can create your own here. That's why I always give kudos to Moabudu for what she has done with EL, for the way she has pivoted from TV. She has gone to hospitality. She has gone to cinema. She has started making deals. She now has her own creative academy for people now. Continuous. It's still there. She has partnered with Idris Elba to make it African. So what else can somebody do again, if not give back after you have made it?
Okay. All right, let's go to the Blue app and see what Nigerians are watching. Again, the disclaimer that these are not necessarily the best picks. It's just what people are watching as a result of the recent addition to this platform. So maybe some of them were newly released. So number 10 on the platform, the Blue platform, is The Betrayed. That's streaming platform. Number 9 is Move Like a Boss. Number 8 is Cross. Number 7 is Miss PJ. Number 6 is Suspicion. Rabo, you said you would get to watching it. Have you started?
I haven't, at all.
I have, and I think it will be an interesting one. It's about jazz. Yeah.
Really?
Jazz in a different light. I mean, the kind of jazz where people are shooting and the bullets are not entering until somebody pees on it. I promise I'm not giving spoilers, but it looks interesting.
Okay, all right, definitely. I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation and vote of confidence.
I mean,
I appreciate.
hey. I just started watching it.
This is your disclaimer. Be like voice note. Hey.
When you two heavy words, vote of confidence and recommendation, two things that I steer away from before they will say she'll said.
I'm just imagining if a movie critic just comes up with this whole thing of like my disclaimer is hey, or you put the disclaimer in the film, any movie that's come to cinema, be like hey.
No, don't go too far. Like before you say more. Thank you. All right. So number 5 is Secret Level. Number 4 is 3 Working Days. That's Nancy Eseme and Deyemi Okonlawon. Number 3 is When Love Strikes. That was recently added to the Blue platform. While number 2 is The Men's Club New Gen. And number 1, a movie I will definitely be seeing later on, Dwayne Johnson, Red One. You know that one, right? We talked a little bit about it when the trailer was out in the year.
It's just a normal, regular Christmas film. I mean, what do you expect? It's okay. I saw it. I had to see it.
Oh.
I went for the meeting and the lady was like, "Oh, let's go and see the film." I was like, "Okay."
Wait, you did what?
Nothing. I just saw the film, and the film is okay. It's just okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Solid 6. Solid 6, 5.5, 6.
Okay. All right. 6. Okay, that's fine. Bobby from
Mhm.
Kano says, thank you, Shil. Forgive me for skipping you. It was not intentional. Like you said, you are an almighty moderator. Still, thank you for your take on it. You're welcome. Oluwaseyi says, completely stopping piracy is impossible. Hollywood has been trying for decades, just like the English Premier League is still trying to prevent illegal streaming of football matches. To reduce it in Nigeria, for example, our economy will have to improve. Oh, this isn't an excuse, but things are hard and poverty has increased. Bringing out money to go to the cinema at this point for many people is hard. If more people can afford to watch these things at the cinemas, it will reduce piracy. Before I continue with the messages, and I think that's what some of those streaming platforms are trying to do. That's why the monthly subscription fees, they try to bring it as low as possible. But moving on, we also need more cinemas in places where there are none, in addition to improving the economy. As an aside, I think this isn't a popular opinion, and people, including Funke herself, will rubbish this assertion. But piracy has somewhat helped her brand to grow where it is right now in Nigeria. Yeah, Rabo said something about that. Most Nigerians were not able to afford the means to watch her Jennifer Diary series. They did it through pirated copies, and that's part of the reason she's a household name. That's when she broke COVID protocols back then, hosting a party. It didn't even dent her brand one bit. So a good economy, more cinemas in every state will do much more to curb piracy than every other measures most are proposing. My opinion, though, I could be wrong. Any addition, Irabo?
I mean, the person has a point. Yeah, piracy is somewhat of a tool for promotion. Even back in the day, we knew that certain people in Nollywood would go and meet the pirates or go and meet certain distributors to pirate, and so it's subjective, but all in all, it's a bad thing, because if you already release a film and you're looking to recoup your money from sales and it's already pirated, and the people who would ultimately have gone to go and pay for it have now decided to watch it secondhand and bootleg style, of course you've lost money. So like I mentioned earlier, we need to put legislation in place, put the punishment to be very, very severe so that it can deter people from, I mean, you still have people committing atrocities, even when we know that some of the punishment is even death or whatever. But again, you just have to make sure that it's put in place. People can't just be going about just doing and undoing. They have to know that there are repercussions. So if you're caught, you face the music. So my own is I just want to see the numbers that Funke is going to do, regardless of whether piracy or not, because that one we can't control it right now. And the fact about cinemas and all that, let's look at the economy. Whenever you're going to do anything, look at the numbers. If you want to do a cinema right now, how much are you going to be spending for diesel? You just have to factor that in. And how much are you going to make to be able to cover that diesel budget? But we don't like to look at economics. That's why Netflix is leaving Nigeria now, because the 200 million they sold them isn't 200 million in. It is just there, 100,000 people plus that are subscribed. Even those ones to part of the rich folks are the ones that are even sharing password. So you think it's the poor people or the people or the middle class? It's even the richer ones that don't even want to pay for anything.
Well, till expressly stated, Netflix is not leaving Nigeria. Now, back to the one that is regarded as a masterclass in storytelling by critics. Jamie Foxx, what had happened was it had in there a number of things, including his recount of what happened in April 2023, where so many Jamie Foxx fans all over the world had to say a prayer for him, literally for his soul and for his spirit, his body, and everything, because he was in coma for about 2 weeks. And according to him, his daughter playing a guitar served as a spiritual defibrillator. Always a tongue twister. I'm not even trying to call it again. So anyways, you know that thing, that machine that shocks people back to life? Yes, definitely, it's a tongue twister. So that was what his daughter's guitar did for him. She played it while they were just gradually losing hope, and that brought him back to life. So in case you want to know more about what he said, I guess you would have to watch that Red Pill special, Jamie Foxx, What Had Happened Was. That's it. Now, moving on, it said reportedly that Sony has plans to cancel more Spider-Man spin-off. You should be happy, Rabo.
They finally heard us, because I even sent emails to themselves.
You got to be
I was
cheap.
like, I'm not lying. I say you people are just wasting time, wasting money, doing nonsense. It's either you invest in your own industry or go to other industries and invest. But this is now becoming outrageous. Like, what are you doing? Making multiple films. Even if you want to even do multiple films, like, what in the hell are you guys even doing with what you are doing? God of Jesus. Wow. Thank God, though. I'm glad that they took a pause. I watch multiple Bond Supremacy or Bond franchise movies than watch Spider-Man movie. Like, what else? He realized that he was bitten by a spider. He's following Mary Jane. Okay, he has an enemy. Yes, you changed the cast. You changed the cast. You brought all the cast. Okay. What else are you doing? Those are the people that thunder should fire.
Oh my God. I think I'm just going to end the show here right now. Bobby, you can laugh at me. See, we all have some stumbling blocks in our life. Defibri is one of mine. Thank you. Oh, okay. It attempts to spell it out. Defibrillator. I hope I got that. Thank you. Okay, on a final note, for the Squid Game fans, it will be out on the Red Pill on the 26th of December. And after that, just one final season, and that will be for Squid Game. Did you ever watch it, Irabo?
No, I never watched Squid Game. I never watched Friends. I never watched Prison Break. I mean, there are a lot of franchises I've not watched, and nothing to me.
Final recommendations for today.
Final recommendation. Go and watch A Ghetto Love Story. Go and watch Everybody Loves Jennifer. I'm going to be watching. Hopefully, I get to see some people that are on the show. I don't even know which cinema I'm going to go and watch it at. What else again? Watch The Resident. It is a very, very well told series, and the execution was good from season 4 to 6. I didn't really like it from season 1. I mean, I'm trying to watch it again to see, maybe I wasn't really focusing on it, but that's my recommendation. Watch The Resident.
Okay, thank you very much. And some other ones that were out. Again, this is not me recommending, but you might just want to check them out. Some of the ones I have mentioned as part of the top 10, plus I think Suspicion, one of it, as well as just support Nollywood. I know that we're getting better, but support Nollywood. Don't stop with the reviews and the criticism. One day, it will make us proud. Bobby said, you did. I know. Thank you very much for spelling it out again. Oh, I forgot this voice note from Angel. Let me see if I can take it. Oh, I don't even remember the context, Angel. I'm sorry, I didn't see that in time. Okay. Oh, okay. So that was earlier about the don't marry your best friend's wife and the likes. Thank you so much for your contribution. I mean, taking time out of your schedule, whether you're driving, you're at work, you're doing something or the other, to either type or send a voice note. We appreciate that so much. And if you decide to catch up on some of the things we've discussed, the stream is still on YouTube. Maybe you want to see where I struggle with the free, really. Bobby, you are back to status quo. I'm sorry. I didn't help this time. All right, so what's a YouTube is at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. At Smooth 91 FM Lagos. Any final word, Yorabo? Are you saying something?
Follow me at Irabo 100. That's how I keep it.
Okay, next week we'll return on Film Focus from 11 till 12 o'clock on Smooth 98.1. It's a Friday, so we're doing Golden Oldies and the Casbah in a matter of seconds.
Oh my goodness, I adore, love, love, love. I live to make music, to make music, to make music. What comes to mind when I think about music? I think about melodies, harmony, rhythm structure.
Dance!
Music is everything. Music